I'm Debbie Bell-Hosking for FinextraTV here at Sibos in London. And I'm talking to Yon de Riviere of Murex. Hello, Yon.
Hello.
Thank you for joining us.
My pleasure.
First question to you is, what are the challenges facing operations departments?
Well, controlling cost is as important as always in terms of IT, but also running the operations, so with better automation and better control. But really important as well is keeping up with the regulation. Regulatory reporting under MER, for instance, SFTR coming up. Also the increasing need to exchange collateral. So facing those, it's crucial to centralize business processes and underlying IT, among others, to help connect to internal and external systems. It's really important as well to be able to adapt, be ready for the bank future evolutions, and be able to quickly react to new regulations or a quickly evolving context, generally speaking.
Of course, we're at Sibos, and the theme is thriving in a hyper-connected world. What sort of impact does this need to be hyper-connected? What sort of impact does it have?
Well, a clear need for better and cheaper interfaces. Integration toolboxes are still useful for the flexibility they provide, but many requirements are standard and can and should be addressed up front. Take SFTR I mentioned, for instance. Banks require off-the-shelf, ready-to-use connection to various trade repositories to report their trades and their collateral. So it's up to us, solution vendors, to provide rich catalog of ready-to-be delivered interfaces and to maintain them over time so we get to cope with the change in regulations and requirements. At Murex, we keep working on enriching this catalog of interfaces. So I mentioned SFTR, but also worth mentioning connectivity to tri-party agents for collateral management, for initial margin and repos, for instance.
And how does all of this affect new business requirements?
Well, really it increases the importance of previously existing requirements. Going back to my example on initial margin, in 2020 and 2021, the last two sets of banks are going to be impacted by the requirement to exchange initial margin for uncleared OTC derivatives. So that means using securities as collateral. It really increases the importance of managing and optimizing the inventory of available assets across different departments between collateral, security finance, and fixed income teams. Here as well, bringing together these different business processes is fundamental in terms of systems, because only a centralized inventories regrouping all owned securities held, pledged as collateral provides the full perspective. This full view is a prerequisite for other key functions, like automating the selection of assets to pledge or automating security position transfers over desks for funding purposes, including costs and things like this.
And Yon, what's your opinion on banks meeting all these challenges?
Well, regrouping these business processes goes through consolidating the underlying IT in an integrated platform, leveraging a single trade repository, back office layer, collateral management system, servicing all different asset classes and business lines. It's not easy because it requires a system that provides a wide set of functions without sacrificing functional depth. The flip side of it is it brings opportunities, reduce the need for cross-system reconciliation, for instance, but also it provides the ability to have some consolidated and central reporting to analyze data centralized across the board, breaking the silos. For this purpose, Murex is releasing MX Control Tower, which is a business intelligence tool providing a set of indicators around trade activity, performance indicators like STP rate and matching rate to monitor the efficiency and velocity of the operation chain, and indicators on operational risk. Because it's really important to provide two views, a really granular and detailed view for middle managers to run their activity on a daily basis, but also an aggregated view to monitor and steer operations across capital market, treasury activities, cross-asset. And this is a good example illustrating that we believe there is value in bringing banks' activities closer to each other. And we're going to keep working in this direction with our clients.
Well, Yon, thank you very much for all that insight into the operations departments, and have a good conference.
Thank you very much. Have a good Sibos.
Thank you.